Good morning. Good morning. Buenos dias. Buenos tardes. Buenos noches, wherever you may be watching. I'm Sonia Falayon, and I'm going live today. It's November 5th here in Mexico, and I'm in Chapala, and we are concluding the commemoration of the Dia de los Muertos celebrations. Actually, they're commemorations. And the days, particularly November 1st and 2nd, are those that are said to welcome the spirits of the dead and departed back to commune with their families. And this happens once a year. I really need to stress again that this is not ancestor worship, but it does commemorate the omnipresence of the spirit of those who have passed on in our lives. Once our loved ones pass away, they never really leave us because we have their memories. Um, we have things that remind ourselves of their presence, and we continue to receive lessons and get information from them long after they've departed. And in some ways, we develop a new relationship with them because we start to think about them in different ways, and we remember activities and things that were said to us, and we also begin to understand them in different ways. So, truly, the spirit does live on, and life is universal. So, we've had some wonderful, wonderful activities here in Chapala, and in fact, Dia de los Muertos this year was made into a festival. So, today is Sunday, the 5th of November, and the conclusion of those commemorations happens today. Um, what was really helpful and what was really amazing to me is this is the second year that I've had a chance to participate in the commemoration here in Mexico. I moved here from Charlotte, North Carolina, where there is a significant population of people from the state of Jalisco in that state, and in particular Mecklenburg County and Cabarrus County and Union counties. And so I do know that their Day of the Dead celebrations are or were beginning to pop up in North Carolina before I left to move to Mexico, as I'm sure it has been happening all around the country. Um, and I even found out that the parade that they have here in Guadalajara has only been going on since 2017, and each year the parade gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So I did have a chance to participate and watch that parade here. It's called a desfile here. But I really, really, really loved the interactions around the Lake Chapala, the lakeside villages, how they chose to celebrate. It was really beautiful. And I think what I really took away from it was how each year that I've been here, it has been the youth that have composed and constructed the altars, the public altars. Um, I think there have been school research projects where they were researching uh, the people that they were erecting altars for. They were not necessarily family members. Last year, the altars were in commemoration of women social activists who had passed away. And this year, the theme was musicians, art teachers, uh, musical band directors, music teachers, um, art, art teachers, also some of the businessmen and women who made a significant impact into Chapala in previous generations, so that we're seeing the result of their vision today. It was really fascinating. The altars were beautiful. There was The crowd was absolutely huge here this year, even bigger than last year. As far as the eye could see down Ramon Corona um, Boulevard, there were altars. It was really, really lovely. So I really love the fact that the youth are continuing the tradition and that they are being mindful of the historical uh, impact of people who've made a difference here in their community. And it's really nice to know that they're going to keep that tradition alive. And for me, I just saw so many similarities between how this um, commemoration is handled, and so many of the correlations to traditional African ancestor veneration as well. So I just saw a lot of similarities, um, and just more evidence of ancient shared history. Today is Sunday. This is the day that I designate for self care. Um, Self care being an ongoing practice that should be incorporated into our lives all the time, every day. But I do make a concentrated effort to slow things down and to um, limit my time on social media. Um, I do spend more concentrated time really um, in my devotional time, and also just my physical self care time as well. I also try to use this time to catch up on um, connections with my family, especially my older sister and my younger sister, who live obviously not in Mexico. One lives in Massachusetts. One is still in Kansas. And I just really slow things down and do more reflection on this time. I try not to do a lot of frivolous phone calls, nor do I don't take frivolous phone calls. Not that phone calls are frivolous, but calls that can wait. I move them over to Mondays. And I just think it's important also to remember boundaries. Personal time is really important. Reflective time is important. Prayer time is important for me. Um, Spending time doing, self care maintenance is really important. But the idea for me is to really make sure that I am actively finding time to rest, and sometimes to do quote unquote nothing but think, or to plan, or sometimes to just be. So I would just want to encourage that for you all as well, to make sure that you're finding some time during the week to make sure that you're really spending time on your self-care. Also, if you know anything about me, you know that I also believe that our self-care includes how we are handling our money and our finances. So I typically use a day, at least an hour a week, to go over something that has to do with money. Um, I've really been kind of running since I've gotten back in the last couple of weeks from the United States, and then with the Dia de los Muertos celebration. So I will spend a little time today um, reading some articles about finance, and um, putting some things in order, because I admit things got a little lax over those few weeks that I was out of the country. And so I'm trying to get back into my regular rhythm. I also want to let you know that I am delighted to tell you that in terms of our January retreat, Jumpstart Your Sojourn, we have sold out of all the rooms at the hotel. We have sold out of all the rooms of the hotel, and that is amazing, wonderful. If you are still interested in the retreat, I think we have 2 spaces left. Um, there are still spaces available at Airbnbs in the area. If you go to the link, which is sfolion.coachesconsole/jumpstart your sojourn, you will find information about Airbnbs in that link. Also, if you are a member of our private Facebook group, Next to Those Sojourners, you can click on in the group for on the under the events tab to get information about the retreat. And as I said, there are still, plenty of spaces available in the area in terms of Airbnbs. But I'm really delighted to say that the hotel space is sold out. We are really, really excited about this retreat. We're going to be focusing on our finances, our mental health, our mobility, um, but we're also focusing on the importance of having rest and ease in our lives, and especially for us as Black women, where that has often been an elusive issue. It's been elusive for women oftentimes, but it's especially elusive for women of color and for Black women in particular. So we're going to be focusing on ease and knowing how much your time is worth, really delving deep into our relationship with work and the importance of setting boundaries and igniting and unfurling our dreams in the second half of our lives. So I just wanted to get on here for a few moments to say hello to everyone. I hope that you have a wonderful week coming. We are actually in November, the last 2 months of the quarter of this year. So I hope that you all are focusing on what's important to you, looking at finishing the end of the year in a really positive place, and setting a great foundation for January of 2024. So, thanks for being here today and watching. If you catch this on the replay, let me know in your comments. Please like, subscribe, and share this channel to others if you feel that it has value to you. And please do drop your comments below because I do watch them and I use them to improve. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you soon.